The bridge was closed. We called a structural inspector, engineer for inspection, and that's shown us some deformation of some of the truss members, which is bent steel. And so the bridge is closed for an unknown period of time. This is the system working to detect a problem. The local staff, we had a sidewalk plow operator here who saw something that said that didn't look right, immediately contacted the district, and we immediately closed the bridge. So as soon as there's any hint of notion that there could be a structural issue with the bridge or any risk to public safety, the district closes the road, the bridge, the culvert, whatever it is, until we know exactly what's going on. So I think in terms of the response, once we saw this, once we became aware of it, it was swift and appropriate, although I know it's inconvenient to some folks in town. We have to put public safety first.
So what we've seen so far is the bridge, there's very localized areas that have been impacted, so those components will absolutely need to be replaced, and certainly adjacent components that were identified in the structural assessment. But what we're seeing is that the overall structure is in generally good condition, and so it needs, a bit of a facelift, a bit of a cleanup, some components replaced. And that was part of our capital plan. Now, the only thing that's new here is that these localized failures of the bridge components the bridge needs to be lifted up so we can get into those areas and replace those.
Unlikely it would be, many years or anything like that, where we are hoping that it is months. The work that will be done in the coming weeks will give us that answer. I think one of the complexities here, whenever you've got a 100-year-old, beautiful, iconic bridge, it's also located over the falls, rough part of the river, rock outcroppings, the abutments either side to deal with. And so it's a complicated location for a bridge, like most are. But this isn't smooth, simple water, a flat railroad track or something that this bridge crosses. It's a raging river, and so the repair methods have to take that into account. What can we do from the riverbed? What can we do from the shore? So all of that means it takes a little more time to understand how much time the repair work will take. Again, public safety is foremost. And after that, all our efforts go into repairing it as quickly as possible and bringing it back into service. And we'll just try and communicate as best we can with everyone out there.
The Silver Bridge is at Vista Point in many places. It does provide that framing around the falls, the Bracebridge Falls in town. So I think we have to roll with what we're dealt with, and 150 has so many components to it that it's not all about the celebration of the Silver Bridge, and so many things that we can celebrate in our community. And I think from my perspective, I'm just pleased that we've been able to identify that there's an issue with the bridge and have quick to action a plan to get it fixed.